So I'm like working aimlessly to combat my ADHD, right? And honestly, through that, I just have found a certain level of empathy for Black men who have undiagnosed ADHD, because I feel like people don't understand that, like, we don't give ADHD enough credit. Like, it's not hard to go through something throughout your life that then causes you to have an attention deficit or be born with it. Like, it's not something that, it should be as common as being lactose intolerant, in my opinion. But people want to act like people with ADHD are like lazy and this and that. And I have figured out that, like, throughout my life, I also kind of have put, like, the Black men that I've come across as just like, oh, they're just lazy, they just don't want to try, they're just this, or like they don't try hard enough, or like, why are Black women so this and the third, but then the Black men, like, they aren't like catching up or meeting up. And that's generalized in the sense, like, obviously not all Black men inhabit this. Today it's more common to see a woman, Black, white, yellow, or purple, with ADHD, diagnosed or undiagnosed, be or propel further than. And like, it is, to me, it is like genetic and scientific, but that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to cover some of the reasons why I feel this level of empathy, because when you want to compare a Black man who really just doesn't produce enough magnesium in his brain or dopamine to focus and get shit done, they have more pressure to get shit done than I do as a woman. Especially because as a Black woman, I do expect a lot out of a Black man, but it's like some of them don't have the tools to like combat this disassociation and withdrawal and irritation and anger with life. I was starting to look a little cockeyed, y'all. I had to take them off. But like, for example, school, right? Like, not even just higher education, but like mainly like middle school through college. If you have ADHD, school is like a really hard thing for you, and everybody knows this. But I feel like with Black men, there are different outlets that they thrive in that surround education, but because they can't get the GPA part right, they're like hindered. And I feel like because they're a man and there's like this hierarchy and like systemic like gender war, I don't think that they're necessarily given educational tools like women are, because we're faster in school already. So like certain opportunities are kind of already given and laid out for us because we just soak up education different, ADHD or not. You'll see that a lot of kids with ADHD start to do good in school. They don't even have to try. And then you kind of fall off the ladder once you get older, and you have to study and you have to focus and you have to remember. With the work and the financial stress, there is an expectation to be a man who has, especially if you want a woman. And I feel like there's this frustration because like they can't get shit done and they cannot force themselves and pull themselves to meet a deadline, to make it to work on time, to keep a job. And as a woman, I went through these struggles with ADHD as well, but I'm also 20 years old and I have two very involved parents. So it just, I have the privilege to figure my ADHD out, and a lot